What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, we have to talk about the PlayStation Showcase yet again. Now, I don't think it's any surprise that we all expect it to happen at some point, right? I think there's very few people on the face of this earth that think that there's not going to be a big Sony event at all for the entire year. In my opinion, there's no way that actually happens. Now, when is it? Well, we've always heard talks. I mean, it could be July, it could be August, and it does make, I think, leakers look bad when they constantly just say, well, it's this month. Well, but of course it could be moved to the next month. And when you say that enough time, you memes get made, people get upset, people start to make fun of you. But this one is definitely interesting, and there's a little bit of kind of behind the scenes, it seems like, to it. So basically, Special Nick, right, Nick Baker on Twitter, he was asked a question about the PlayStation Showcase, because he was actually one of the people that said, like, it may happen in August, but it also may be pushed to September. Again, I mean, that's kind of asking to be picked on just because of the wording there. Now, he was asked because there's this other account that said September 8th is the day. And it's just this kind of random account. It has 14 followers, right? So somebody asked him, is this true? And he said, I don't know 100% if it's true, but that's the date I just got told too. And then he posted a Discord message that he was talking to somebody on August 21st, so yesterday. And he said, hey, or the other person said, hey, not sure if it's any use to you, but apparently the PS Showcase is September 8th. And then Special Nick said, so it won't be an August show at all. And then the other person said, doesn't sound like it. Had 3 different people tell me it's the September 8th within about 20 minutes of each other. I know dates get changed very last second too, though, but it sounds like they want to go before Disney. So the Disney Marvel Showcase is the 9th. It's the day after, and that's the Friday. So this would be the Thursday, which does make sense, right? That kind of lines up historically with what they've done. I mean, to say like there's no reason not to doubt it, that's not really the case, because it really could be moved. It's very possible. I mean, yes, they want to go before Disney if this is true, but still, I mean, can they press a button a couple days before and say, yeah, we'll go next week. It's no big deal. Now, going before Disney almost suggests, actually it does suggest, that Spider-Man would be there. And it would be at theirs, right? So they would show Spider-Man at their PlayStation Showcase, and then the day later, you would see it there. You'd see it at the Disney Marvel. And maybe you would see very, very similar things, but that makes sense if you're only thinking about it from that. And that's really the only reason I can think of, right? Because like God of War would probably be a big part of it. You'd probably announce some new games. You'd go over, some games that are already known that are coming out. But really, when you think of like their big hits, I mean, you could consider even Wolverine, but you think of Wolverine, you think he's Spider-Man specifically, you think of God of War. Like God of War, it doesn't matter if you go after Disney, right? What does it matter what Disney and Marvel are doing? But it does matter, if Spider-Man is somehow connected. So we'll see how that goes. So, man, early September may be nuts, because if this is true, okay, if September 8th would be the PlayStation Showcase. The 9th is the Marvel Disney or Disney Marvel. And I believe the 10th, the Saturday, is the Ubisoft Forward event, which the next Assassin's Creed game and just generally Ubisoft things. So those 3 days is basically, that's basically our replacement E3 right there. That'll be nuts. Oh, and by the Cobra Kai comes out that Friday. There's a lot going on during that time. My daughter has a dentist appointment. I mean, to not get too personal, but there's a lot happening in the September 8th through 10th region. So hopefully this does happen. Again, it's not a matter of like, will this happen? Sony's gonna do a show. There's just absolutely no way that they won't do a show. It's just, when does it actually happen? And I think September makes a ton of sense, especially for God of War, right? Because you think, well, that comes out in November. It certainly seems like God of War is waiting for a PlayStation Showcase, because this is very odd that you're coming up on 2 months before the game comes out, and you still really haven't shown much at all. It makes sense that they would want to do something big for a Sony event, and then that Sony event kicks off basically the marketing push for God of War Ragnarok right after, right? Does that make sense? So I would imagine that's the case. And so you don't want it to go too far. You don't want end of September, early October. That's not a lot of time at all. And who knows what else, Sony's going to be announcing at this thing. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. If you want to follow me anywhere else or support me anywhere else, all my social media is in the description below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.